Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next game in the New York Yankees 2022 payoff pitch replay. We are now up to the date of April the 19th, and this is game number 11 for the Yankees. They will be in Detroit for the first of a three-game set at Comerica Park before coming home to take on the Cleveland Indians. Right now, let's go through the starting lineups for both teams and the pitchers so we can get ready for this game between the Tigers and the Yankees.
The Yankees will have Aaron Hicks back in the leadoff spot. Aaron Judge bats second. Anthony Rizzo hits third with Giancarlo stand behind him. DJ LeMahieu playing second base bats fifth. And it's Josh Donaldson, Joey Gallo, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, and Kyle Higashioka rounding out the Yankees starting lineup tonight. On the mound for the Detroit Tigers, Tyler Alexander. Robbie Grossman leading off. Austin Meadows his first year with the Tigers batting second. Jonathan Scope hits third. Jamer Candelario coming off back-to-back strong seasons. In the cleanup spot, Miguel Cabrera, 5 hits away from 3,000, bats fifth. Spencer Torkelson, one of the top prospects in all of baseball, sixth. And it's Badu, Barnhart, and Castro to round out this starting lineup. And Garrett Cole on the mound. You see what
All right, we are now ready to get going. I'm actually going to attempt to score the game on Digital Diamond as I play. I've also got the score sheet here on paper as well, but I'm going to see if it's feasible to do it. It may not be. We shall see. And because I was asked earlier in a different video on this game, I did pull out the fast action cards. So we're going to be using them for runner advancement, error checks, and things of that nature. So I'll leave them up there and pull them in as I need them. I don't know. Maybe I can put it down here. Maybe I'll put them here. Let's shuffle them one more time. And maybe if I just leave them right at home plate here on the payoff pitch board, maybe that will be just fine. We shall see. All right, so on the mound, and we'll put Comerica Park. I guess we'll put it right there. Well, I'm running out of room to put these places, so I guess I'll put Comerica Park right there. Tyler Alexander is on the hill for the Tigers, left-hander. Tigers into the game 5-4. Yankees enter the game 6-4. And again, this was played on April 19th, 2022. And I've got the Yankee stats up here. I'm not going to worry about the Tiger stats, but I do have the Yankee stats up on the screen for me to read off as I've been entering everything into Digital Diamond. So leading off for the Yankees will be Aaron Hicks. Hicks enters the game hitting 143, 4 for 28. Interestingly enough, 2 of his 4 hits are triples. Got no homers and 2 runs driven in. We're using the black and white for the pitcher, for the batter result, and the gray and white for the pitcher result. All right, so from Comerica Park, we are ready to go. And Comerica Park, according to this, not very much power showing here in Comerica Park. It's definitely a pitcher's park. Wheelhouses are not very good on this, so don't look for a whole lot of wheelhouse checks. Looking mostly at in plays if we get a ballpark result. Alexander, a lefty, will be facing the switch-hitting Aaron Hicks. And we're underway. Get an 11, which is in play 87, and that's going to be well out of range. 87 is actually a ground ball to short. And so there's one away. So I try to enter this into the computer here. Why is this not working? For some reason the computer thing is freezing up on me. Let me pause the video and figure out what's going on. Okay, I think I got the computer situation all figured out, and I got the ground ball to short typed in, so we're ready to go. 1 down now for Aaron Judge. And on the replay, Judge is hitting 235, 8 for 34. Does have 4 home runs and 5 runs driven in. Alexander, 7 is tough. 13, that's a strikeout. And Aaron Judge goes down swinging for out number 2. In the real game, the Yankees put 2 runs in the first inning off of Tyler Alexander, so he had a rough start, but he's doing much better now, obviously. Here's Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo's hitting .259, 7 out of 27. He has walked 10 times, though. 2 home runs and a total of 8 runs driven in. Lefty-on-lefty matchup. That's an 8, which is in play, and it's a 19. So in play 19 is going to be a base hit for Anthony Rizzo. 2-out single for Anthony Rizzo. And that will send up the cleanup man, designated hitter Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton is struggling, a $189 so far, 7 out of 37. Does have 3 home runs with 4 runs driven in. 3 is in play, 65, well out of range. That's a ground ball to second. And that's going to end the inning as Scope just throws to first for the easy play. And we go to the bottom of the first. It is Yankees nothing. Tigers coming to bat. And Garrett Cole will be on the mound. And he'll be facing switch hitting Robbie Grossman. Like I said, I'm not going to worry about the stats for the Tigers because they're all generated via the digital diamond. I will say that Garrett Cole has made 2 starts. He's 1-0 with a 3.27 ERA, 11 innings pitched, a whip of 1. He has given up 5 runs, 4 earned, 1 walk, and 11 strikeouts. So a good walk to strikeout ratio, 11-1. Second start, so it's going to see what he can do to get the Yankees off to a good start in this final of a 3-game set. And we get an 8, which is tough. 09, that's a strikeout. So good way to start if you're Garrett Cole. Gets Grossman swinging, 1 down for Austin Meadows. Left fielder. Lefty hitter. 6 is tough. 46, that's out of range. 46 is a ground ball right back to Garrett Cole. Easy play for 2 outs. So 2 up and 2 down. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Jonathan Scope. We get a 5, which is tough. 99. That's going to be a fly to left to end the inning. And nothing doing for the Tigers in their half of the first. After 1 complete, it's no score from Comerica Park. And due up for the Yankees here in the top of the second. It will be DJ LeMahieu, Josh Donaldson, and Joey Gallo. LeMahieu at second base in tonight's game. Alexander, get a 3, which is in play, 46. That's going to be out of range against lefty and righty. 46 is a ground ball right back to the pitcher. So LeMahieu, a little weak tapper to Alexander. Easy play. 1 down. Brings up Josh Donaldson, third baseman. Donaldson, I forgot to give LeMahieu's average. I'll do it next time if I can remember. Donaldson is hitting .220, 9 out of 41 so far. 1 home run, 4 runs driven in. We get a 9, which is tough, 79. And that's going to be out of range. That's a fly to center. 2 up and 2 down. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Joey Gallo. Gallo on the replay is hitting a .143. He's 4 out of 28, 2 homers and 3 runs driven in. So struggling with the average is Gallo. Alexander, 3 is in play, 90. That's going to be a ground ball to second. And the inning is over. So nothing doing for the Yankees in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second, no score from Comerica Park. And the Tigers will send up Jamar Candelario, switch hitting third baseman. We get an 8, which is tough, 26, and he goes down on strikes. Second strikeout for Garrett Cole. And that'll bring up the future Hall of Famer, Miguel Cabrera. Designated hitter. 5 is tough, 37, and that's going to be another strikeout for Garrett Cole. He has struck out 3 of the first 5 he has faced. And that'll bring up first baseman Spencer Torkelson, lefty hitting first baseman. Right-handed hitting first baseman Spencer Torkelson. 6 is tough, 34. Didn't matter how he was swinging, he strikes out. So Garrett Cole strikes out the side here in the bottom of the second. And after 2 innings of play from Comerica, we got goose eggs all over the place. No score. Yankees and Tigers. Due up for the Yankees, it will be Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, shortstop, followed by Higashioka, and then the top of the order, Hicks. Kiner-Falefa is hitting .312, 10 out of 32, a homer, and 5 runs driven in. 8 is in play, but it's a 93. That will be a fly to left, 1 down. Kiner-Falefa retired. 1 away for the catcher, Kyle Higashioka. Higashioka enters the game hitting a .154. He's 4 out of 26. No homers and 2 runs driven in. Get a 7, which is tough, 23, and he will go down on strikes. 2 down. And that's going to flip the order back over to Aaron Hicks. Hicks grounded to short his first trip. 0 for 1. Lowered his average to a .138 now. We get a 9, which is tough, 84, and that's going to be a fly to center to end the inning. So the young Tyler Alexander holding his own against the Yankees. 3 shutout frames. We go to the bottom of the third, still no score. And for the Tigers, it'll be center fielder Akil Baddoo, lefty, against Garrett Cole. 7, that is patient, 49, and he will draw a walk. So Akil Baddoo, first base runner for the Tigers, and it comes via a walk. And that'll send up Tucker Barnhart. Used to be a switch hitter. They're showing him now as a left-handed hitter, so perhaps he gave up switch hitting. I know he used to be a switch hitter. Cole, 3 is defense. All right, now we're going to use the fast action cards for the first time. So defense, and what we're going to check is the error rating of the third baseman. So that is Josh Donaldson. Let's get Donaldson's error possibilities. Donaldson's error number is a 2. So we go to the ballpark card, Comerica Park. Under error and a 2, it's a 1 to 58 is an error. Let's roll and see if we get that 58. We get a 67, so he does make the play, and there's a 6. So let me see on that what kind of an out. The out on the 2d6s are a 6. The out is a ground ball fielder's choice. So it's a fielder's choice ground out. Barnhart will reach. Baddoo is out. The out will go 5 to 4 on the fielder's choice. 1 down for Willie Castro. And as you can tell, I'm not really that comfortable with these fast action cards, but Tex Ag asked me to use them for at least 1 game, so I'll do it this game. I told him I would do it this game. All right. Willie Castro, the batter. Switch hitter 7 is patient again, but it's an 82, 82 is a fly to center field. That is out number 2. So 2 down. And that will flip the order over to Grossman. And Grossman struck out his first chance. Cole, 8 is tough, 91. That is going to be a ground ball to short, and they'll just flip to second for the easy fielder's choice as Connor Falefa flips to LeMahieu to end the inning. So nothing for the Tigers there. And we go to the top of the 4th, no score. Tigers and the Yankees. Top of the 4th, and it'll be Aaron Judge stepping up. Judge struck out his first time, lowered his average to 229. Get a 5, which is in play, 42. That's going to be out of range. 4 would have been a wheelhouse and would have been a home run, but in this case, 42 is going to be a pop up to second. So he got up under it, pops it up to Jonathan Scope, and there's one away. That will bring up Mr. Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo, first time up, he got a base hit, only hit of the game for either side. We got a 3, which is in play, 54. This time, no base hit. That's going to be a fly to left. See, Flair's one the opposite way, and Meadows is right there to handle it. 2 down for Giancarlo Stanton. Designated hitter, Stanton. Grounded to second his first trip. That is another 3, which is in play, 31, and that's going to be out of range for a hit. That's going to be a pop to short, and that's going to end the inning. So Alexander stymieing the Yankees through 4 and keeping pace with Garrett Cole. Go to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score. Both pitchers have 6 for a fatigue rating. Do it for the Tigers. It'll be Austin Meadows. He grounded back to Cole his first time up. We get a 2, which is in play, 41, and that's going to be out of range. 41's a pop to first. Rizzo will be right there. And there's one away. Good thing it's an out, too, because that was a 2 on the 2D6s, and he has a 2. He would have had a chance to steal, but not when he pops out. So Rizzo hauls it in for out number 1, and that's going to bring up Jonathan Scope. And first time up for Scope, he flew to left. Get an 8, which is tough, 35, and that is another strikeout for Garrett Cole. 2 up and 2 down, and that brings up Candelario. Candelario, also a strikeout victim. His first chance, 9 is tough. 08, he'll be a strikeout victim again, and that's going to end the inning. So 4 innings are in the books, and nothing's going on offensively for either side. We go to the 5th, no score from Comerica Park. Tyler Alexander back out, and he'll be facing LeMahieu, Donaldson, and Gallo for the Yankees. LeMahieu grounded back to Alexander his first time up. We get a 10, which is ballpark. So we go to Comerica Park for a right-handed hitter. 1 to 31's a wheelhouse, but that's a 39. So we are in play on the in-play result for LeMahieu. 39 in play is out of range. That's going to be a pop-up to first. Torkelson is right there. 1 down. So LeMahieu is retired. Here comes Josh Donaldson. He flew to center his first time up. Five is in play. 10, that's going to be a base hit for Josh Donaldson. Second hit of the game for the Yankees. The 1-out single for Donaldson. 5 on the dice, 2 on his card, so no chance to steal. Here's Joey Gallo, lefty on lefty matchup. Gallo grounded to second, his first chance. Get a 7, which is tough, 24, and he will strike out. Gallo continues to struggle. Probably why they traded him to the Dodgers later on. Here's kind of Falefa. He flew to left his first chance. 3 is in play, 53. It's out of range. 53 is a ground ball to third. And Candelario would just throw to first. Take care of business. Here in the top of the 5th. Still goose eggs on the board. They leave Donaldson at first. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. No score. Garrett Cole back out. And he is set to face Miguel Cabrera, who he struck out his first time. We get a 7, which is patient. And that's an 0-5, so a big walk there for Miguel Cabrera. He draws the leadoff walk, and sometimes those leadoff walks will come back to bite you. Have to be careful of that. Cabrera, no threat to steal whatsoever. Spencer Torkelson, the batter. Get a 9, which is tough, 39. That's a strikeout yet again for Mr. Cole. Garrett Cole. Register strikeout number 7. 7 strikeouts for Garrett Cole through 4 1/3 innings. Here's Baddoo. He walked and was erased on a fielder's choice first time up. 7 is patient, 46, and he's going to walk. So for the first time, I believe the Tigers have 2 base runners. And 2 walks are the cause of it. That is the 3rd walk issued by Cole to go along with the 7 strikeouts. And that'll send up Tucker Barnhart. First and second, 1 out. 11 is ballpark, 43. That's an in play though, because Tiger Stadium, or not Tiger Stadium, but Comerica Park is playing like a pitcher's park. So it is an in play result for Tucker Barnhart. 66 in play is a fly to left. That is out number 2. So 2 down, and that's going to take it to Willie Castro, number 9 hitter. Shortstop, and Castro flew to center his first chance. 7 is patient, 67, and that's out of range. That's going to be a ground ball to second. And LeMahieu will just flip over to Rizzo to end the inning. 5 innings in the books, and we got goose eggs everywhere. Go the 6th, still no score from Comerica Park. And now this is the fatigue inning for both pitchers, inning number 6, but since they haven't given up any runs, they're not subject to fatigue right now, so they can keep going. They don't have to go to the fatigue pitcher card. They can keep it up at least a little bit longer. Higashioka will lead off for the Yankees against Tyler Alexander. We get a 7, which is tough, 54. And he just missed a hit. 55 would have been a hit. 54 is a strikeout. Second time Higashioka has gone down on strikes. And it brings up Aaron Hicks. Hicks is grounded to short and flew to center. 0 for 2. 7 is tough, 56. Tough 56 is a strikeout. Aaron Hicks down on strikes. 2 up and 2 down for Aaron Judge. This game may come down to one particular player getting a long ball here. 5 is in play, 20, and that's going to be a base hit for Aaron Judge. So a 2-out single to Aaron Judge. He has a 3, so he can't steal. Rizzo steps up. He's singled and flew to left, 1 for 2. 6 for Alexander is patient. 10, that'll be a walk. So now the Yankees have 2 on. All this happening with 2 outs. And now Giancarlo Stanton comes up in a big spot. He's been struggling, but one swing of the bat could make everything all right again for him. 9 is tough. 18 is still not going to be all right. He strikes out. And his woes continue. So 6 shutout innings for Tyler Alexander. And we'll have to see if he's going to come back and pitch the 7th. Pretty good chance he would. I don't see why he wouldn't. And again, this is 2022 season we're talking about, and they do baby their pitchers, so not sure if that's going to be the final result for him or not. We shall see. Top of the order for the Yankees, for the Tigers rather, is Robbie Grossman. He's 0 for 2. 9 for Cole is tough, 24, and yet another strikeout. Strikeout number 8 for Garrett Cole. As Grossman goes down. 1 away for Austin Meadows. Meadows grounded to Cole and popped to Rizzo, 0 for 2. 2 is in play, 0-7, and that's the first hit of the game for the Tigers as they break up the no-hitter, and they do it with a triple from Austin Meadows. Austin Meadows, a triple, a 1-out triple by Austin Meadows, and that is the first hit of the game. The Yankees will obviously have to play the infield in against Jonathan Scope. Infield is in, runner at third, 1 out. We get a 6, that's tough, 49. Tough 49 is a double for Jonathan Scope. How about that? So a no-hitter is broken up, and then it's all of a sudden a triple and a double, and the Tigers grab a 1-0 lead on the Yankees. And the Comerica Park faithful are loving it. That'll bring up Candelario. Cole, 8 is tough again, 93. This time's a fly to left. That's 2 down. And that'll bring up Miguel Cabrera. Got to be careful with Cabrera. He's a veteran, crafty hitter. 3 is defense. So we're going to the defensive check again. And it's a range play of the left fielder. So Gallo's range in left field is an A. They actually have given him an A range. So he's got the best range you can have. So we'll roll and see on Comerica Park. 1-32 is a hit. 33 or more is an out. That's a 39, so he does get the out. So nice play there by Gallo to prevent further damage. That would have driven another run, but as it is, Tigers take the lead on the Jonathan Scope double. And after 6 complete, it is the Tigers 1 and the Yankees nothing. Now, Tyler Alexander coming back out. He's got a 1-run lead to work with. 1-0 lead. Bullpen activity is going on for the Tigers. Let's see. The Yankees bullpen is kind of taxed. They had a 12-inning game against the Orioles and used 8 relievers. So they got a couple guys that are fresh. Loaizaga and Marinaccio. Everybody else pitched in that game. Michael Fulmer is loosening for the Tigers in their bullpen, but they're going to go ahead and let Alexander pitch until he gets into trouble, basically, or at least gives up a base runner. So LeMahieu will lead it off, top of the 7th, rather. Top of the 7th, 1-0 Tigers. We get a 6, which is patient 27, and that's going to be a leadoff walk to DJ LeMahieu. Josh Donaldson coming up, but I think what they're going to do now is they're going to take Alexander out. They don't want him to lose this game. Right now he can win it, but he can't lose it. He could also get a no decision. But if he lets another base runner on, he could take the loss. So I think to build his confidence and not wear out his arm, they are going to go ahead and go in that direction. And Michael Fulmer is your new pitcher for the Tigers. Michael Fulmer. If I can get this thing to do right. On the edge of this game board too, it probably has something to do with it. Let me fix this. There we go. So Michael Fulmer's been used. He will be on, and he will be facing Josh Donaldson. So Alexander is going to go 6+, give up no runs, but the runner on first is his responsibility. He ends up giving up 1, 2, 3 hits, and he walked 2, and he struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Struck out 6. All right, and now Fulmer is on to face DJ LeMahieu. 10 is Patient 72. Patient 72 is going to be out of range. 72 is a ground ball to second. His double play is an 8. His is a 7. That is a 10. So fielder's choice only, as Donaldson was able to beat the relay to avoid the double play, but it will be a 4-6 fielder's choice. 1 down, and that's going to send us to Joey Gallo. Gallo 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 7 is tough. 24, he's going to strike out again. Gallo really struggling as he whiffs. And that'll bring up Kiner Falefa with 2 outs and Donaldson at first base. We get an 8, which is tough 43, and tough 43 for Kiner Falefa is a base hit. Let's use the fast action card to check runner advancement. Base hit, runner on first advances 1 base. Normally, for the 2 outs, you would get the boost, but he's only a 5, not a 6, so he's only going to get the 1 base. So it's a 1 base advancement for Donaldson. Puts runners at first and second with 2 down for the catcher, Kyle Higashioka. Higashioka 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, so they could really use a good performance here. 8 is tough, 34. He's going to strike out again and get the hat trick. Higashioka down on strikes. Innings over. Yankees leave 2, and Fulmer does his job. Now Alexander's in position to get a win. Cannot lose it. And Garrett Cole, wondering where his run support is. Garrett Cole will come back out to pitch the bottom of the 7th. Only giving up 2 hits and a run, so he's still good to go. And Torkelson will lead it off. He struck him out twice. We get a 9, which is tough, and he's going to strike him out again. That's the hat trick for Torkelson. He's 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. Yet another strikeout for Garrett Cole. If the Yankees have scored any runs at all, we'd be talking about what a great performance Garrett Cole is having. But with no run support, it kind of puts a damper on that. Here's Baddoo. 4 is wheelhouse. That's 52. But Baddoo's wheelhouse only goes to 46, so a 52 is a pop to third. And Donaldson will put it away. So Cole got away with one there. Put one in the wrong spot, but Baddoo missed it, got up under it, and pops to third. 2 down for Tucker Barnhart. 4 is wheelhouse again, but again, lucky break 99. That's a fly to right, deep fly to right. But Judge is there, and the inning is over. So 7 innings are in the books. Still 1-0. Favor of the Tigers. That's going to be it for Garrett Cole. He's going to go 7 innings. We'll close the book on Garrett Cole, and Jonathan Loizaga will be the new pitcher in the bottom of the 8th. For the Tigers, Fulmer did his 1 inning, and he's more of a 1 inning guy, so they will make a move to the bullpen. So let's see who they want to get in the bullpen. Coming up for the Yankees, top of the order, Hicks, Judge, and Rizzo switch right and left. So it's possible they could go to a left-hander. Very possible. But they could also go to a righty. There's different options here. How do they want to play it? Soto, their closer, is a lefty. So most everybody else on the bench is right-handed. I mean, the bullpen rather. So all the bullpen guys are right-handed. Soto is the only lefty. So obviously we won't go to a right-hander. To a left-hander. We will go to a right-hander, Joe Jimenez. Joe Jimenez, the right-hander, will come on for the Tigers. So he is going to come on, Joe Jimenez. As Fulmer went 1 inning. Got a strikeout, gave up nothing. I'm sorry. Yeah, he got a strikeout. He did give up a hit, I'm sorry. Gave up a hit, and he had 2 strikeouts, actually. But no runs. So now Jimenez will take on Aaron Hicks. Start the top of the 8th of a 1-0 game. And don't forget the ticker is coming up after the game. See how your team does in their game on the ticker. Right now, Aaron Hicks is up. He is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Jimenez, 10 is tough. 63, that's just out of range for a right-hander. 63 is a fly to right, 1 down. Against a lefty, that would have been a hit. I'm sorry, no, it wouldn't. 63 would have been a strikeout against the lefty, my bad. So either way you go, he was going to be out. But instead of striking out, at least he made contact. Flew to right. Easy play for Grossman, 1 down. And that brings up Aaron Judge. Yankees running out of outs. 7, that's tough. 73, that's out of range, and that is going to be a ground ball to second. 2 up and 2 down. Yankee bats are dormant in this game for whatever reason. Don't know if it's jet lag from Baltimore or what, but here's Rizzo. 3 is tough again, 90, and that's going to be a ground ball to second. And the inning's over. Scope makes yet another play. Inning is over. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Still 1-0 Tigers. And Jonathan Loizaga will be making his appearance for the Yankees. And that's it for Jimenez. His day is done. They will prop things up for Soto, the closer, in the 9th. For the Yankees, it'll be Jonathan Loizaga. So let's get the players over here. Jimenez was used, and now Loizaga is used. Everybody on the bench is still available over here, but they're the bullpen players that have been used. And now on the computer, I need to go to the bullpen for the Yankees and bring in Jonathan Loizaga. And I'll give you the numbers on Loizaga once I bring him in. So let's see what we got here for Loizaga. Probably should have paused the video, but I don't guess it hurts to keep it going. Loizaga will enter the game. This is his 4th appearance. He's 1-0 with an ERA of 0. 3 1/3 innings pitched. It looks like his whip is .30. This doesn't tell me how many hits he gave up. So his whip is .30. No walks, 2 strikeouts. That's the only bad part about this particular program is it doesn't tell me the hits. It just gives me the whip. All right, so Willie Castro will lead off against Loizaga. Cole is going to go. Let's do the numbers on Cole real quick. 7 innings pitched, 2 hits and a run, and looking to be a tough luck loss. He walked 3, struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Struck out 9. Normally that's a winner's circle every time, but not now. So it will be Willie Castro, number 9 hitter, against Jonathan Loizaga. We got a 5, which is Patient 90. Patient 90 is a ground ball to short. 1 down. Flips the order. Back to the top of the order for Robbie Grossman. And Grossman 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. That was all against Garrett Cole. Loizaga 9 is in play. 41, that's out of range. 41 is going to be a pop to second. So 2 down, he pops up. LeMahieu is right there. 2 down, and of course Soto is loosening in the pen to come in and close it for the Tigers, or at least attempt to close it. Here's Austin Meadows against Loizaga. 5 is Patient 43. That will be a walk. So Austin Meadows does draw the 2-out walk. First walk issued by Loizaga. Comes with 2 outs. And Jonathan Scope will stand in. Scope had that RBI double his first time, or his last time up. 8 is Tough. 21, he will strike out to end the inning. So Loizaga does his job, goes 1 inning, gives up pretty much nothing, a walk and a strikeout. Nothing else. And we go to the top of the 9th. Score still 1-0. Favor of the Tigers. And coming on to pitch for the Tigers. That's it for Loizaga, even if it does go extra innings. Coming in to pitch for the Tigers is their closer, Gregory Soto. 2-11. The 3.28 ERA, but he did have 30 saves. So he's coming on to try to close the deal for the Tigers. Soto has now been erased. And due up for the Yankees, it'll be Stanton, LeMahieu, and Donaldson. 3 righties, but if he's your closer, you got to use him. So I need to bring him into the computer for the Tigers. Soto, the lefty. He will be on and try to close the gap. You get a 6, which is Tough, 33, and Stanton goes down on strikes yet again. Tough night for Stanton. He's 0 for 4 now with 2 Ks. And the Yankees are down their final 2 outs. Up next is DJ LeMahieu. Yankees only mustering 4 hits in this game. Tigers only have 2, but it's been enough. They were triple and a double. LeMahieu against Soto. 7 is Tough. 75 against the lefty. That's going to be out of range. That's a fly to center. 2 down, and now the Tigers 1 out away from putting this one away and sending the Yankees to their 2nd consecutive loss. It would drop the Yankees to 6-5, and the Tigers would improve to 6-4. Josh Donaldson, last chance for the Yankees. He's 1 for 3. Soto, 7 is Tough. 21 struck him out, and that's the ball game. tough night for the Yankees as they go down and defeat 1-0. And you feel bad for Garrett Cole. He pitched a heck of a ball game, but takes the loss. So the winning pitcher is Alexander. He gets the win. Soto the save, Garrett Cole the loss. And I'll go to the box score real quick and get the totals for you. And then we'll get ready for the ticker. Let's get the finalized box score. All right, for the Yankees. Move this out of the way. Let's get our line score over here a little bit better in place. Line score for the Yankees: no runs, 4 hits, and no errors. The Tigers: 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. Pretty clean game overall. Cole drops to 1-1 with the loss, and Soto does get the save. Per the computer, Alexander gets the win for a 1-1 record. Soto gets his 3rd save. That's all on the digital diamond, not necessarily what I'm doing with the fast scores. So take all that with a grain of salt. But what is in place is the Yankees go down in defeat for their 2nd consecutive loss. And they drop to 6-5 on the season. Of course, it's only been 11 games, so can't hit the panic button already. And they're probably about right on par for what they were in real life. So can't really, like I said, it's more. I'm not worried about trying to replicate their wins and losses and whatnot. I'm mainly worried about, or not worried about, but I mainly like to see the stats of the players at the end of the season and see how payoff pitch, how their stats compare in the long run. All right, so we're going to go to the ticker. And we get our dice for the ticker. Red's for the visiting team, and the white is for the home team. And we are at the 19th. So let's put everything in here and make sure it shows up. We are at the 19th. And of course, in this game, 1-0 favor of the Tigers. And actually, Yankees had a 15-2 advantage on the board, but didn't play that one on the board. That one got played out. So here we go. First game, Tampa Bay and the Cubs. Matt Whistler against Justin Steele. And that is a 52 for both. How about that? And while I'm doing it, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my records for all the teams. So let's see, I'll update the record. Detroit, Yankees are 6-5. Detroit is now 6-4. All right, so entering this game, Tampa Bay enters the game 6-5. The Cubs enter the game the Cubs enter the game 5-5. So 5-2 or 52 for both of them. Tampa Bay is an 8, so an 8-52 is going to be 5 runs. Cubs 5-52, and that's 4 runs. So Tampa Bay gets the victory. Tampa Bay will improve with that victory to 7-5, and the Cubbies will drop to 5-6. Next game on the docket, Philadelphia and Colorado. Both of them have 14s. So it's all up to the dice on this one, and it looks like the visiting team is going to catch the break. They got 24 versus 15. So this one looks like it's going to go to the Phillies. 14 and a 24 is 4 runs for Philadelphia. For Colorado, 14 and a 15 is only 2 runs. So that one belongs to the Phillies. Philadelphia improves to 6-6. And poor Colorado drops to 1-10. Easily the worst record. Everybody else has at least 2 wins. And nobody has 10 losses yet. All right, Braves and Dodgers. Fried against Bueller. But, boy, the Braves got a bad break with an 11, and the Dodgers got a 65. This one's going to belong to the Dodgers for sure. 10 and 11 is 0 for the Braves. Dodgers 8 and a 65. That's going to be 8 runs. So 8-0 whitewashing as the Dodgers shut out Atlanta. Dodgers improved to 9 and 2. Atlanta drops to 6 and 7. Next up, San Diego and Miami. I'm sorry, St. Louis and Miami. And we get Miami's got the 64, so it looks like Miami's going to get the win here. 10 for St. Louis, but only a 34 gives them a 4-run output. 5 for Miami, but a 64. 5 and a 64 is 6, so Miami wins that game 6-4 over the Cardinals. So the Cardinals drop to 4 and 5. Miami improves to 6 and 4. Next up, Pittsburgh and Milwaukee. Huge advantage for the Brewers. And the dice will definitely give them that advantage with a 51. So 14 and a 51 is 6 runs. 3 for Pittsburgh and only a 16. That's going to be 2 runs. So Milwaukee defeats the Pirates. Milwaukee improves to 7 and 5. The surprising Pirates drop to 8 and 3. Pirates have been doing very well in fast score. Mets and the Giants. Cobb against McGill. And the Mets look like they're going to take it. 26 for the Giants is not a good number. 13 and 26 is a 4. The Mets 12 and a 41. 12 and a 41 is a 5. So the Mets eke out a victory over San Francisco 5-4. Mets improve to 8 and 3. Giants drop to 2 and 8. Next up, that's game 1 of a doubleheader. Game 2 is Logan Webb against Max Scherzer. So let's see what we get here. The Mets are going to sweep, obviously. 54 there. 9 and a 54 is 6 runs. And Giants 4 and 33 is 2 runs. So the Mets sweep that doubleheader. Giants will now drop to 2 and 9. Mets improve to 9 and 3. All right, next up is Cincinnati and San Diego. Huge advantage for the Padres. But the red dice come through for the Reds, 66. That's tough to beat, no matter what they've got down here. 5 and 66 is 8 runs. San Diego, 20 and a 53, so they might eke it out anyway. 20 and a 53 is also 8 runs. So we got extra innings in San Diego. Cincinnati and San Diego extra innings. Cincinnati has a 0. San Diego has a +1. And San Diego gets the victory. So San Diego, despite the bad dice roll, eke it out 9-8. San Diego, the victory, will improve to 10 and 3. First team to 10 wins so far. And taking the loss will be Cincinnati. They drop to 4 and 8. So this one does not belong to the Reds. And next up, we've got a doubleheader, Washington and Arizona. First game, Bumgarner against Gray. And that's 61, so Arizona's going to win this one. 13 and a 61 is a 7. Washington 12 and a 33 is a 4. So Arizona takes game 1. Game 2, Tyler Gilbert and Joan Adon. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. But this one's going to go to the Nationals. 64 there is definitely going to be good enough to get a win. 18 and a 32 is only 5, where Washington has 13 and a 64, which is 9. So they split the doubleheader. Arizona will now go to 3 and 8 with the split. Washington will go to 3 and 10. Boston and Toronto. And it looks like a Boston victory there with a 64 for 43, not nearly as good. 15 and a 43 is 6. For Boston, 14 and 64 is 9. So the Red Sox get the victory there over Toronto. So Boston improves to 6 and 5. Toronto drops to 7 and 4. All right, we just played the Yankee game. Now we're on to the Angels and Astros. And looks like the Angels are going to get the best of this one, 64 versus a 13. So the Angels with a 3, but it's a 64, and that gives them 6 runs. Houston has 8, but they only have 13, so that gives them 1 run. The Angels win that one easily, 6-1. Angels improve to 9 and 3. Astros drop to 7 and 4. Next up, Minnesota and Kansas City. And that's going to go to the Royals. The Twins, because they have a much higher number here. 24 and 33 is 7 runs. Kansas City, 10 and 31 is only 3 runs. So Minnesota defeats Kansas City. Minnesota improves to 3 and 8. Kansas City drops to 3 and 6. Baltimore and Oakland. And that's a 66 for Oakland, so that's going to most likely, it's definitely going to be out the 26 that Baltimore gets. So 9 and 26 is 3 runs. Oakland, 12 and 66 is 11 runs. So Oakland takes care of the Orioles easily and improves to 5 and 7, while the Orioles drop to 4 and 7. Final game on the docket for the 19th is Texas and Seattle. Both of them have 10s. 45 for Texas looks like a win for them. 10 and a 45 is 5 runs. For Seattle, 10 and a 31 is only 3 runs. So that one belongs to Texas over Seattle. Texas will improve to 5 and 5. Seattle will drop to 4 and 6. And this is through games of the 19th now. So let me save this on the computer so I keep everything where it needs to be. We're all set now. So in the American League East, where the Yankees are playing, first place now belongs to Toronto. They are 7 and 4. Tampa Bay is a half game back at 7 and 5, and the Yankees and Boston are tied at 6 and 5, 1 game back. But again, extremely early, so it's too tough to tell. So the games of the 20th and 21st I will play offline. The Yankees have 2 more games in Detroit, as they have Severino taking on Eduardo Rodriguez on the 20th, and on the 21st, Jordan Montgomery taking on Pineda, former Yankee. And then on the 22nd, the Yankees will host Cleveland. Eli Morgan against Jameson Taillon. So that's the next video. We will see Jameson Taillon against a guy I never heard of before, Eli Morgan, for Cleveland. So that's going to be the video on Payoff Pitch next time I do a video. I don't think I'm going to go back straight to the charts because I'm just not a big fan of the fast action cards. I mean, they have their place, but I have a better flow, and I just prefer to use the dice and the charts. That's just me. I'm just kind of weird that way. So, but TexAg, if you're watching, I did do the fast action cards on. I had like 1 base runner advancement to check. Most of the checks on the fast action card were defense. So, unfortunately, if you're a Yankee fan, unfortunately they lose and drop to 6 and 5. But 2 more games with Detroit, see if they can get their offense in gear after getting shut out, which was very unusual. And next time, they will be taking on the Cleveland Guardians back at the friendly confines of Yankee Stadium. But for now, that's going to do it from here. Tigers beat the Yankees. Bring back the line score. Tigers beat the Yankees 1-0. And they did, both hits came in the same inning, back to back. As talk about putting hits together that count. In that 6th inning, a 1-out triple from Austin Meadows was followed by a RBI double from Jonathan Scope. And that's all the Tigers needed. They didn't get much else, but that's what they needed, and that's what they got. And they take away a 1-0 victory. In fact, I forgot to finish it out, didn't I? Forgot to do the 9th. Let's make it official. There we go. Now it's official. 1-0 in favor of the Tigers. So until next, I hope you enjoyed that presentation of Payoff Pitch. It's a wonderful game. If you haven't seen the interview on Baseball Maelstrom, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, on his YouTube channel, he did interview Joe Bryan. It was nice to see Joe Bryan on there, and hopefully he's doing well. But just kind of talks about his background, how he got started in the business, and some of the influences on him, and a little hint of what might be coming in the future. So if you're a Payoff Pitch fan at all, I encourage you to check that out. Next video for me on the channel will be the Game 4 of the Stratomatic Demolition League between Houston and Arizona, where Houston is trying to clinch the finals and win the championship. Seattle trying to send it to a Game 5. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.